Welcome back to game number 5 and the final game of the Yarmouth Dennis 2026 Breakdown Series as they lose 7-6. They were unable to mount a comeback bid in the top of the ninth. They get one run in the top of the ninth, but they weren't able to get the 2 more runs in order to take the lead, or at least get 1 run to tie it, and they fall 7-6, and they fall to their final loss of the season, and get swept by the Harwich Mariners. Now, the grade I'm going to give for the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox here for the 2026 season as a whole is an A. It's an A. One of the best teams out there this season. They struggled a little bit in their last 10 games, but they really improved. They really kind of got right back on their feet there in the playoffs and went pretty deep in the playoffs, I think, in my opinion, to the second round of the playoffs. They were, those 2 wins away from making it to the championship. You lose, you get swept by the team that eventually won the championship with the Harwich Mariners. And that was a good series, by the way. It was born in Harwich. Those were the teams that made it to the championship. And that was a good series. I watched a lot of that. That was a really good series. So to lose to the eventual league champions, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And to lose game number 2 by only 1 run as well, being competitive in this game as well, and keeping it close, also nothing to be ashamed about either. Gave Harwich a little bit of a fight in this game, so and in this series. So Yarmouth Dennis A for the entire season for sure. Let's break down how this game went and kind of wrap this series up. 6 runs on 13 hits for the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox, 7 runs on 11 hits for the Harwich Mariners, so that's kind of the similar kind of thing there. Tharnish, 2 runs, 3 hits, an RBI. And a hit and an RBI for Robinson. Gooden had a run, 2 hits, and an RBI and a walk. Taguchi, a run and a hit for him. Vicini, 1 RBI, 1 hit for Guerrera. 4 hits along with an RBI and a run for Saunders. A run and a hit and a walk for Cerna. A RBI for Howard. So the offense wasn't fully there at times for some of those players. I think if the offense was a little bit better, I think they would have forced a game 3 here, honestly. But there was a home run by Gooden, and that was pretty good as well. His first of the year. His first of the playoffs, I mean. I think that's how that went there. His first of the playoffs in the 5th. That was a solo shot. Saunders getting an RBI. Howard, for the playoffs altogether, had 6 RBIs. That's pretty solid stuff for Howard. And Saunders had a pretty good season as well. Tharnish, also a pretty good season. Vicini, a pretty good season as well. Smolinski on the other side, just dominant stuff. He had a home run. In the 5th inning, there was a 3-run shot. Just what Harwich was able to do. They had several home runs, I believe 7 in this series, which that just overwhelmed Yarmouth Dennis as well. And what they were able to do with the home runs as well, a lot of them were multiple run shots as well. Again, as I mentioned, Smolinski hitting a home run here, 3-run shot here. That was huge for him. The batting for Harwich. Brini, 1 run. 2 runs, 2 hits, a walk for Larson. Smolinski, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. A run for Kurland. An RBI and a hit for O'Leary. A run, 3 hits, an RBI for Peltier. 1 hit for Stockman. 1 hit, 1 RBI for Coates. A pitch hitter there. Renstra, 1 hit. Pitching. Yarmouth Dennis Robinson got the start, 3.1 innings pitched with 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. Struck out 3, not walked, struck out 3. Tweedy got the loss, unfortunately. 0-1 record with this loss. 2.1 innings pitched with 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, and a walk, and a home run given up. Tepper, 2.1 innings pitched with 2 hits, a run, an earned run, and 3 strikeouts. So there you go. That's Yarmouth Dennis's pitching. For Harwich, the starting pitching wasn't really that good for Harwich either. Martin, 4 innings pitched with 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So he struggled a little bit. Hauser kind of got things back on track. Record with the win. 2 innings pitched with 3 hits, a run, an earned run, and a strikeout and a home run given up. He didn't do that bad. 1 inning pitched with 2 hits and a strikeout from Mitchell. Morgan, 1.1 innings pitched with 4 hits, a run, an earned run, a walk, and a strikeout. And Oakley, 0.2 innings pitched with 2 strikeouts. His first save of the season, and that was a big save for Harwich, for him and for Harwich to get into the championship. So, there you go. 83 degrees and clear, so a much cooler game in this one. 12-mile-per-hour wind, so much better wind-wise as well. Left to right for the wind. 5:33 p.m. first pitch at White House Field, and that was in Harwich. So they were able to move on to the championship in front of their home crowd. 2 hours and 53 minutes for the game. 23:25 was the attendance. 2,325 was the attendance. Again, that is it for the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox this season as they fall in game number 2 of the conference. I guess I'm just going to call it conference championship here for this one. Just failed to make the championship series, but I think Yarmouth Dennis will learn from, I think, the last 10 games. I think they'll learn from the last 10 games because those last 10 games of this regular season were not good. They struggled at a lot of times in that 10-game stretch. They were able to recover pretty nicely in the playoffs, but again, they just kind of run out of steam. They ran out of steam in that series against Harwich, but Harwich was really, really good. A team that eventually won the championship. So there's no harm in foul losing to a team like that. When you lose to the team that eventually wins the championship, I think that's gonna mean something. You at least went toe to toe with Harwich, and they did. They gave them a little bit of a fight in this series. So, all right, that'll do it for the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox 2026 game breakdown series. Hope everyone enjoyed this series. Sorry it took me a couple of days to get the rest of this series over with and done and wrapped up. But I've been on a little bit of a hiatus from the breakdown, for the baseball breakdown stuff lately. I'm now starting to catch up on that. So there you go. Bye-bye, everybody.